Hello again, this is candidate master Viktor Neustroev, and this is the second game of the tiebreak between Fabiano Caruana and Magnus Carlsen. Fabiano is playing with white pieces, and he played e4, c5, so again Sicilian, knight f3, knight c6, d4, and again it's a Sveshnikov variation, e5 here, knight b5, d6, usually bishop g5. This is how people play there, but in this match they always played knight d5. Then knight takes on d5, pawn takes, and previously Magnus Carlsen played knight b8, knight d7, and then knight moves to f6. And in the second game of the tiebreak, he played knight e7, and that might be even better. c4, just a typical move, helps to get some spatial advantage on the queen side. Knight g6, queen a4 with the idea to play knight c7, bishop d7, queen b4, and here Magnus Carlsen played queen b8. Previously in this position there was a game between Kramnik and Roganovic, and here it was played bishop f5, and this game was won for white, and that was really a good game and a good example of the ability to play tactically by Vladimir Kramnik. He played h4, a6, h5, knight f4, knight goes back to c3, bishop e7, bishop e3, knight d3, bishop has to take, bishop takes on d3, h6, trying to ruin the pawn structure there, but g6 weakens the position, so black castled. Rook d1, attacking the bishop, a5, queen b5, and e4. And here h takes on g7, rook e8, and Vladimir Kramnik decided to sacrifice the exchange. Rook d3, e takes on d3, and then he played c5, because then the queen joins to the attack. Queen d3 and queen h7. This is how white wins in this position. Of course, it's not a victory, but this is the plan that can lead to victory. Of course, Magnus Carlsen knew that line, and that's why maybe he played a queen b8 instead of bishop f5. h4. h5, bishop e3, a6. Oh, here white is slightly better. He plays knight c3. And usually, no, again, there was a game example. It was played bishop e7, but not in this game. g3 to control the f4 square, then castle, bishop e2, b5, c takes on b5, a takes on b5, bishop takes on h5. So white gets an extra pawn, but because of black pieces activity, this position is approximately equal, and this game ended in a draw. But Magnus Carlsen here played a novelty, a5, attacking the queen. Queen b3, a4. Queen goes to d1. Bishop e7. g3 to control the f4 square. Queen c8. Bishop e2. Bishop g4. That was the idea of queen c8, to trade light squares bishops. Rook c1. Bishop takes e2, queen takes on e2. Queen f5. And in this position, of course, white could just castle, or maybe knight b5, rook c8, then castle kingside and get a better position. But he played c5, and after c5 move, of course, his main idea is to play queen b5 and take the pawn on b7. But black castles. c6. Still a good move, but the position is approximately equal. Pawn takes on c6, d takes on c6, rook f to c8 to attack the pawn. Queen c4, bishop d8 to stop the c7 move. Knight d5, and here e4, aiming for knight e5. If, for example, bishop a5 in this position, then just simply king f1, and then king goes to g2, and white is better in this position. So e4, and here Fabiano Caruana made a mistake. He played c7. That was a blunder. Instead of this move, he could stay safe and play bishop d4. Then knight e5, bishop e5, queen e5, and castle, for example. So the knight is better than the bishop, and white is slightly better. But c7 changed everything. Bishop takes on c7, and now the position is winning for black. I don't know what he was calculating, but maybe in some lines his idea was to play knight e7, but it doesn't work because of the knight here. So he took on c7 with the knight. Looks like he has an extra piece, but black pieces are more active. Knight e5 attacking the queen. And in this position, white could play queen d5. Of course, the position is still better for black, but it was better than what white achieved. Rook a b8, castle, rook c7, queen takes on d6, rook c1, queen b8, then rook goes back, queen b7, knight f3, and in this position black has a strong attack, while the material is equal. If, for example, in this position, rook takes on c7, then of course knight f3, king g2, and queen d5. So knight d5 was played instead of this move. The idea is that if now black takes on c4 with the rook or with the knight, then knight e7, and white wins then the queen back. But then it was played king h7, and white resigned. If, for example, he plays knight e7 now, then queen f3, and everything is hanging, the queen and the rook on h1. If, for example, instead of knight e7, queen goes to e2, then knight d3 check, king f1, and knight takes on c1, and the knight on d5 is hanging, and also black already has an extra exchange. So white loses anyway. So the c7 move here was a critical mistake. Bishop d4 move lead to a better position for white. Okay, the second game of the tiebreak finished, and the score is 2-0 in Magnus Carlsen's favor. Thank you for your attention.